Welcome back once more. It's time to continue on our little Burgundian playthrough and our Burgundian adventure to extend Burgundian interest in India. But before we do that, I have one thing to show you all that has happened in Europe while we've been doing our little South Indian adventure, South Asian adventure really, with the whole Java stuff as well. And that is that Greece has won the war to become free and decided to rename themselves into Macedonia, which is a very interesting decision. They decided to become a parliamentary monarchy and now called Macedonia. And with the whole controversy here between the North Macedonia and South Macedonia, or real Macedonia, whatever you want to call it, let's just say that it's a very interesting thing. I don't know if there was ever a real suggestion to rename it. Maybe it is. I'm assuming that it is as a homage to Alexander the Great and everything like that. But it's it's an interesting decision. They managed to retain both Crete and Cyprus and all the other Aegean islands. So fairly successful Macedonia, I would say, and very limited now Venice, for better or for worse. And Turkey has decided to rename themselves back to Turkey from Sublime Port, and is also facing some rebels over here. Apparently the Jacobin rebels are dominating in the eastern part of the country. But now we have things that we want to do. We have to take a decision on what to do with Vijayanagar. We are very close to putting them under our sphere, which would be a rather good way of keeping them out of anyone else's interest. And apparently Spain had Goa, and I forgot about that last episode. But, well, there they go. They are at war with Travancore, trying to take some territory, I presume. Let's see what it is really about. It is the conquest of Mysore. Mysore being this large portion over here that has a lot of people in it. Though apparently not all of it. Bangalore is part of Mysore apparently. I always want to visit Bangalore. One of these days it will happen. One of these days. They will probably manage to do it, since Travancore only has 12 brigades and they have 33. So I think what we will do is that Vijayanagar will be a bit stronger. They will have most of Travancore and we will put them under our sphere. When we have them under our sphere, we can ally both Hyderabad and Vijayanagar at the same time, and then head towards the Mughal Empire and try to take Mughal Orissa over here. That should be fairly efficient. Maybe we could do something about Bengal as well. They are allied to Tibet, which is an interesting alliance. And Tibet in turn is allied to Bhutan. Bhutan. And Sikkim. What happened to Sikkim? Are they part of something these days, or like are they part of Bhutan, or is there their own country? There's one more over here, one small mountain country that I'm missing out. It's not Bhutan, it's not Tibet, it's just another one. Oh well, I can't remember it. It doesn't really matter. This army will be completed in just a few days, really. There's 7 days left, yeah, and we can push through another reform. Now they want suffrage movement. Though abolitionist movement is fairly strong, so I think I will outlaw slavery. Slavery is not a thing anymore. And Switzerland immediately decided an alliance would be really good. And I agree, alliances are really good, generally speaking. We got anesthesia, and has this popped up yet? It has not. Prophylaxis against malaria. When will it... Let's see, prophylaxis... Wait, isn't it here? There we go. 11% chance. So what we shouldn't forget when that procs is that we can do... Oh, nice, tax reform. Is that we can colonize Western New Guinea as well as Noongar. So that will be really good. I have no problem with having a liberal government, as I mentioned before, especially not in this mod when money is aplenty and is not really a concern at all. Come on, Vijayanagar, and just trying to make sure that everyone else... Frankfurt am Main, people are being a bit too naughty over here. Kick Bohemia out and add some more influence over there. Which is fine. Everywhere else seems to be going fairly okay. Apparently Japan is interested in Hyderabad, so I want to avoid Japan doing anything against our wishes over there. I thought they had managed to get an invasion casus belli on the Qing Empire. Maybe they used that. They do have Qingdao. I don't know if that's new. Could be. Though that would require them to... No, I don't think they actually invaded. Maybe they tried and failed. But the Qing Empire is not very strong. Though with 24 million people in, holy shit. China has so many people in it. Like Tongning only has this little bit of coast and has 19 million. And the Taiping Empire 56 million. So even with these splintered off, the Qing Empire on its own, incredibly massive population. Incredibly massive. Same thing goes with India, but not to the same extent, at least not in this time period. So we have now 3 armies which are all fairly strong. And as soon, like, we just need a little bit more Vijayanagar, and then you can be part of our community. Ah, we got the life rating. And immediately we will start to colonize over here. We will have Burgundian Australia, and we will have... not this, apparently. We don't have enough colonial power, so we'll have to wait. Ah, alright, we can do it. We can do it. Add to sphere. There we go. They're in our sphere, and now we can ally Hyderabad. They can't declare war on each other, because they're both allies to us. And soon enough, Vijayanagar will probably want to ally us. Maybe in a war against these guys they will follow. Demand concession. We really need to go to war at some point in order to make use of our infamy to the maximum extent. Spain has decided to take a bit more land over here. They took the Phuket region, which I'm not very pleased with. No, nothing we can do over here. In Burgundy, there's very little we can do here. We went to war with East Frisia last time to put them under our sphere back again. So yeah, there's nothing we can do over here. We can only go to war against India, really. We could go against Madurai. That is a possibility. Madurai. It would be established protectorate outright. Ah. And there's a fairly strong territory first. I think, yeah. Before we head north, we should secure the south and the Dravidian areas. So having Madurai and taking Madras, and then going for Travancore would leave us with a fairly large portion here. But somehow we need to connect up these disparaging areas. At least we have alliances now with them. So we will go for established protectorate over Madurai. Does seem reasonable. We just need to, until that happens, we need to have an alliance with Vijayanagar, which should probably be able to happen. Right? We don't have enough relations with them. We need to get that up to 100. Was it 150? It was 100, right? I think it was 100. Either way, we'll figure out which one it is fairly soon. Just need a little bit more time. 17th of June. There we go. Well, it's not 92, so 107. Should probably do it. I hope. Come on. Etrurian restoration of order to the Modenian provinces. Oh, they swallowed Modena. That's interesting. And alliance. They will accept. Wonderful. Now we have an alliance with Vijayanagar. We have an alliance with Hyderabad. We can station our men inside Vijayanagaran territory and use that as a base to attack Madurai. Madurai won't know what came for them. Also got an orderly election. Let's see if there's... well, it's a bit more liberal this time. But still, the Conservatives have a massive advantage. In our homelands, do we have any more men that we can recruit into our beautiful, beautiful armies? It's only about 8. That's not enough. Right, this is the Kingdom of Pomar. King Tahiti? Ooh! The island of Tahiti in the Pacific Ocean, ruled by the primitive Queen Pomare IV, expelled 2 Burgundian priests several years ago. An admiral was dispatched to get reparation for the deed, but then proceeded without authorization, and I like this, to gain a request from the Queen's chiefs to request a request from the Queen Chief to request a protectorate. A treaty to which he then demanded the Queen acquiesce. So wonderful, they managed to take over Tahiti. So we will do that. We will go for Tahiti. Where is Tahiti again? It is right around somewhere. Wait, where the hell is Tahiti? Oh, here we go. Burgundian Tahiti. We even got a naval base. How beautiful. Burgundian Tahiti. This makes me think of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Tahiti these days. It's a rather good show. I would recommend it if you like superheroes. Go watch it if you like superheroes of any kind. Or most kinds. 124 days left. Madurai, you son of a bitch. You are a cylinder, aren't you? To be fair, we will need a time to get our armies into position. Maybe there's some other men that we can recruit now. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's one more over here that we could go for. What does this guy need? He needs a bit more infantry, I believe, so let's do that. We will support the Liberal parties. Because why not? Malacca. Malacca offers us an alliance, that is fine. We can do that, as long as they don't decide to go attack somewhere. And it doesn't seem like any of our Swearlings are getting stolen from us since we curbed the last attempt, so that's good. Some more free trade, I guess? Sure. We are fairly strong in our position, we can deal with free trade. This army is taking a pretty huge beating, maybe they should stand over here. Oh no, the stock market crashed. From economic boom to terrible things. Just terrible, awful things. 50 days left until we can attack. Neptune discovered. We have discovered the 8th planet. Good job, Bremen. You're doing good things for humankind. What do people want now? They want the suffrage movement. They want universal weighted universal vote. Okay, we'll do that. Calm down now. Calm down. We don't have any rebels at all. It's a peaceful time for everyone. I bet in the future it will be much less so. This army will need to be... Well, we need to switch out some units there, eventually. Fortunately, they will both be going to... Let's see, wait. They will both be going towards Madras, the first thing. So that won't help. If we were to call in allies, who would accept? Hyderabad would accept. Vijayanagar would accept. That's good. That's good for the future. If they're willing to accept for this, then maybe they will be willing to accept for the other one. In the future. There we go. And they go for Pondicherry, my favorite French colony. Maybe they should have renamed it to something other than Pondicherry. Because I guess that it wouldn't be called that if it wasn't conquered by the French at some point. The new ideology we have now, and that will give us more prestige and make people more aware of things. So that's fine. We could go for early railroad as a way of improving our industry. Should probably do that. It's a fairly cheap technology, and then we will invest heavily into military. Oh, that's a fairly big army. Maybe we should hold up until this army comes up too. They actually have fairly strong military all over the place. Now we can create protectorates over here in Australia. We can't take the rest though, since the rest of Australia is very inhospitable. Very much so. With all of these done, maybe we should meet up now and go for a combined assault on them. I'm not going to take any risks when it comes to attacking. Not even in these situations where we have the technological advantage. No risks. Sprawling empire, that's wonderful. There we go, and take this army and head to Madurai. This army and head to Combatore. See, this is what I mean with not taking any risk, and I ended up taking a risk anyway. Perhaps I should just send this army to help out then. God damn it. What's with some of these armies that are extremely strong? Like, holy shit, I lost that battle anyway. Well, I take that as a massive failure on my side. They should probably try to recuperate for an extended period. Maybe we should call in. They will not accept. Wait, the Dual Monarchy? Oh. Oh. Oh my. When did this happen? When did this happen? Okay, apparently they have been part of it since a while ago. Oh yeah, all right. I completely missed that. My apologies, everyone. I completely missed that the Dual Monarchy decided to join in. Maybe I should have taken a look at Madurai and seen that the Dual Monarchy was at friendly status with them, and that they, of course, would join in. So yeah, my bad. I completely messed that up and didn't really think through. So now we will have to deal with the situation at hand. We will mobilize to start with, and then recruit every single goddamn one that we can find to our armies. To be fair, since we're doing that, maybe we should go for mobile artillery instead. Let's go for all of it. And take a look at the current situation. Everyone has decided to abandon us, as is customary. Maybe the Scandinavians will want to join anyway. Apparently they wanted to have another alliance all of a sudden, so that's good. Maybe lower speed as well. And withdraw all armies to the south. Is any of these willing to join in an alliance? Apparently not. Relations are too bad with them. Maybe these guys will want to join in. Call in as much support as humanly possible. Those are not a friend. Lipidetmold is a friend. They will want to join. Hesse-Nassau will want to join. And these are not friends. Frankfurt. They joined. Thank you, Frankfurt. And Baden-Württemberg. You can always trust Baden-Württemberg to do the right thing. Thank you, Baden. Thank you, Württemberg. And Switzerland. So we got a lot of our German friends into this war as well. But this suddenly made this a much What the hell is going on? Another what? Greece? What are you doing? I don't understand. Alright, this turned extremely nasty extremely quickly. Luckily, we did build a bunch of forts over here. Fortunately, most of them are not complete, but at least they are starting to build. Oh my, oh my. Well, I will do this first, and I will change out the clergymen. And then jump straight into trying to figure out what hell to do with this war thing over here. These guys will not want to join. Maybe Hyderabad will want to join. They will accept. Okay, Hyderabad, I will take every help. Every bit of help that I can get. Every little damn bit of it. And Vijayanagar will want to accept now. Maybe they realize that since we have called in 1 million people, maybe it will be more useful this time. There we go. And this is a lot of people honoring the military alliance and joining into the war. Oh my, oh my. I'm just not ready for this, but it's just unfortunately things that happen. You make a stupid mistake, you try to think of everything, but you miss a small detail, and that completely screws you over. And you're a bit too eager to continue. That was the primary reason for that fuck up. They are unfortunately a bit too strong. I don't know if they're using mobile artillery or if they're using the other kind. But I think that we will group up having the same strategy as everywhere else. Just try to use numbers to our advantage. They are now trying to move out. That's 14th of May. We will head on first into it. So that should be fairly decent. We are getting a stream of volunteers to help us out. We can call in Scandinavia, thank God for that. So there will be a lot of men that unfortunately will be entering Scotland right now. So I thank you. Thank you, Scandinavia, for taking the brunt of that damage. They are currently in... is it Picardy? It's got to be Picardy since they are progressing with occupation. No. This is not decent at all. Maybe with more men we can turn it around, but this is costing us a... There we go. Much better. Much better. Oh my, oh my. Calm down now, calm down. Apparently we won this battle, and that's good. Maybe we should continue on and try to win more battles. That would be even better. Is there anyone that we're allied with which we have not called into the war yet? I don't think so. We've called in most of them. And seemingly we will need to do something about Madurai over here. We can all gather in Madras now, since they are going to the other place. Yep, we can. And now head back over to Europe, where this battle is going incredibly bad. We're crossing a river, which doesn't help. We have a decent leader. They have a very good leader as well. This is not a battle that is worth fighting. And Dunkirk was a loss. That was a loss, a complete loss. So yeah, I'm a bit too eager with these big battles. I will withdraw here whenever possible. Big losses. Big losses all around. I think I will try to be a bit more defensive in my nature. No, that's Dunkirk. Okay, maybe we should go something like this then. Spread them out, force them to attack us, and not be the one to attack into. These armies need to rest before they go for a war, for any battles. So I think just spreading them out. I'm sorry, Switzerland, your armies will probably be murdered over there, but our armies need to rest up, gather their organization. Pick up the pieces. And head straight into it. In Madurai, I have lost a lot of men due to stupid attrition that I've spent a bit too long taking for no reason. Maybe they would be... no, they would not be willing to go for a peace there. They are... the good thing is that the worst thing that we can get is a status quo. So it's not like we're losing all too much throughout this war. Other than potentially our prestige and this, well, self-respect. But if we can win this, that would be a good start for the future. A very good start. And apparently this army got completely crushed. I'm lack of paying attention. It's really damn annoying at this point. But we will move through with these armies. Wait, Dijon? Oh, they're going to Dijon. They will have to walk through us if they want to get anywhere. Dunkirk is almost done, so we should pay attention to that. This one is going to take a while before it happens. Pondicherry, great victory was won there that day. Wait, is it? There we go. Pondicherry, there's no reason at all to stand with so many men in such a small place. Apparently the Dual Monarchy has decided to land. And these armies will need to recuperate a bit more. They decide to go for Auxerre. What are they doing in Dunkirk? Are they going to attack? Are they going to play defensively? Who really knows at this point? Moving on out. Maybe they should go over here and try to catch up. We'll move out to Saarbrücken to be a bit more safe. In case of assault, Troyes, they'll probably try to walk around. That's why we will stand over here in Verdun and try to stop them if they try to do anything like that. Oh my! Oh my! This is quite intense. Quite intense. These are both fairly... I think we can go for an assault here. I don't know if they are willing to go for peace now, since they still haven't taken Pondicherry. They seem to not be willing to go for that battle over there. So that's a good thing. And they don't seem to want to leave Dunkirk, so maybe we should completely lock them inside Dunkirk. It seems like a completely different scenario that happened once in history. Maybe freeing our former capital and the areas around it would be very prudent at this point. Maybe freeing Geneva. Just making sure that as few territories as possible are occupied would be quite well. Quite swell, even. Madurai. Madurai, are you willing to go for peace now? You are. Okay, we have a peace with them. We just need to have a peace with the Dual Monarchy now. And I think since we got peace with Madurai and has Madras now, I think the rest of the war will have to wait for the next episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.